Number 2 is communication. The MRI technician has 2 roles. Think of yourself as going on a trip and you're on an airplane. There's the pilot that is in control of the plane. That's the machine, like the MRI, is in control of that machine, exactly in charge of what it does. Then you've got number 2, the flight attendant. They're there to keep you comfortable, make sure that you are relaxed, that you're safe. Well, the MRI technician, it used to be there was 2 technicians. Now, in my experience, there's only 1 technician, and they are the pilot and the flight attendant. And that is a good thing in a sense, because you have the same point person the whole time that you are going through this process. And communication with that technician is very important. It is so important to have your voice. And if you have worries that come up for you, then you want to tell them right away, especially if it's your first time. They will usually ask you that. And one of the key things that I've noticed is that when I go for an MRI, they usually tell me how long each scan is going to be. And that is done, you hear it through your headphones, and they have an ability to turn off and on a mic to communicate with you. They give you this squeeze ball, and you can use that to notify them, and they will put on the microphone so you can talk to them. So know that you're not alone in this scanner. You have that pilot, that flight attendant with you to support you in this journey. So important. So when you are told, we're going to start now, the first scan is 5 minutes, we're going to do your neck, then the next, then after that one, there'll be a short break, and then they'll say it's 2 minutes or whatever length of time, and they'll go through that whole process with you. I have found that to be very calming. And they usually check in with you after the first scan. How are you doing? Is everything okay? You say yes, and then they'll start with the next one and just say, okay, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, so on and so forth. So that can be very helpful. Once I didn't have this. I had someone do an MRI with me, and they didn't go through that process, and I found that my anxiety rose because that is what I was used to. I was used to that. And when I didn't have it, I realized it didn't work. So from that time on, I made sure that they were going to do that. And that's something you can ask, especially if you haven't been to an MRI before, or if you have and that hasn't happened, then know that that is an option for you. And I have found that to be very helpful. So that's number 2.